Hello, my name is Daniel Cash, and I was the editor and cameraman on the Vine video you have just seen, or probably just seen. If you have not seen that, I will include a link to it in the description. So, in this video, I will be reviewing and evaluating the Vine video, saying what I like and don't like about it. So, let's just open that up. I'm going to open up the Premiere file, if I can find it. This should be it. Yeah, it's just opening up. Alright, here we go. So let's just put that back to the beginning. So, as you can see here, I've got the audio starting a little bit before the titles come on. The titles are the pink. I'm clicking here. Oops, I just messed up. Okay, let's undo that. There we go, right. Okay, so, yeah, audio comes on a little bit before, so that way, when you play, you will hear the audio as well as the title, because sometimes there can be like half a second delay in the playing and you won't be able to hear the audio as soon as you see the credits, which happened to me. So in order to resolve that problem, I just dragged out the audio a little longer so it started before the credits. So let's go to the credits. So really nice. Well, I say credits. I was kind of wrong there. Title. Sorry, it's title. So really nice title here. Maybe I should have made the text a bit better, like a nicer format, but it works. It's a nice white text on a nice background. The background is like a vignette. I couldn't actually get a vignette on the text without putting it all into After Effects and spending a long time on just the text, so the background was a more viable alternative. Let's go to the first clip. Okay, so just before I go on to talk about this clip, I'd like to talk about the audio. I really love the music here. I got this from an old style film. It's an old style track there. Got some nice grainy noise in the music showing that it's old style, and I feel it works really well with my video. So, right, so let's go back frame by frame to the beginning of this shot. Right, so this is an over-the-shoulder shot of the actor walking to the motorbike, and as you can see, there are various effects on it. There's some scratches, a vignette, which is the sort of darkened corners, which helps to focus on your subject and, well, whatever you wanted to focus on, the center of the shot. And it's a sort of tinted black and white, orangey tint to the black and white. I didn't originally have it just black and white, like completely just desaturated, but I felt this worked a lot better. It was a more old style effect, so I went with this, along with the vignette and the dust and scratches. It did actually take a while to do. I did this in After Effects, so again, really nice effect here. So the video is sped up by double, so by 200%. Its original speed would be 100%. So this is another shot of the bike right here. The actor is looking really happy and really cool because he was on a big motorbike. Now it's coming up to the bit I absolutely love. Like, I really love this next bit, which is all of these things here, which is this, the smoke for gun effect. Basically, since I struggled to find a tutorial on how to create this smoke effect in Adobe After Effects, a fellow student, which was Corey, suggested that I just download stock footage, which was very simple. I really don't know why I didn't do that in the first place. So what I did was I downloaded some stock footage, and because it came on a black background here, I had to change the blend mode so that there was no black background. So that was a fairly easy thing to do. You just go into Effect Controls, then go under Opacity, and he says, see, if I go on Blend Mode Screen, you'll see it's at a black background. See, black background there. So we don't want that black background, so we change that. Let's go to Blend Mode, and we take it back to Screen. There we go, it's on screen now. So now look, no black background, and it's a nice smoke explosion to show the transition between the motorbike and the tricycle, which is what I really love, as well as the smoke, because I feel the smoke really adds to that shot. So yeah, obviously I've added like quite a few smokes. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 smoke effects here. Basically what I did was I just dragged one in and then just kept dragging it in. I've also edited the brightness and contrast of the smoke to darken it a little bit. So yeah, that works really well, and it nicely covers the transition from the motorbike to the tricycle, which is the main comedy part in my Vine here. It just suddenly changes to a tricycle, and the actor is seen on a tricycle, and obviously he's a bit big for a tricycle, so it just adds to the comical effect and makes it hilarious, in my opinion. So let's go through that transition from this clip. So let's just go back, hold on. As you can see, the smoke then finishes here, comes on with a no, so it's like an explosion almost. Maybe the smoke could have come on a bit faster, I could have sped it up, but all in all, I think that works really well. For this shot, I think the actor's facial expressions could have been a bit better, maybe act a bit more surprised or sad. So I think there needs to be more emphasis on the actor's facial expressions. Also, the actual shot, the actor's head is cut off. The top of the actor's head, so that was my error in filming. So next time I'm filming, I'll make sure I have the zoom exactly right so I don't cut off any of the actor's head. Anyway, moving forward. So the actor then looks down to like almost say, what is this? Which is emphasized in this next clip. So if you look right here, sorry about this awful noise, it's the rewinding of the audio. So let's play from here. So the actor looks down, he's in shock, it's a surprise, and he's like, what's going on? What the hell? Which, again, is emphasized if you just wait a second. So, due to it being a silent film, you couldn't actually hear what the actor's saying. So I decided that in case anyone couldn't read the actor's lips, I'd include a text frame, text title of what the actor is saying. So, which is this? I like it. Maybe the background could have been a bit better. I could have maybe sort of had a vignette effect like the title. Maybe I should have used this background, but you know, it is what it is. But as for the font, I really like it. It's a nice old style text font. So that was all fairly easy to do. The hard part mainly was all the effects in After Effects. It took a few hours, even though I was following a video tutorial, which was really helpful. Like, it explained how to do things step by step. But there are just a few things that I found a bit complicated, but I did manage to do them in the end. Alright, so yeah, the text is cool. Moving on. Also, just another point about the text and why I added it. In the old style films that I watched, whenever there was text, whenever there... Well, let's try that one again. Whenever the actor was speaking, after there would be a text title saying what the actor had just said. So, to make mine more realistic, I did that. Moving on. So, this clip is kind of the opposite of the previous clip, where the actor's like, what the hell, what's going on in the previous clip. This clip, he's come to terms with the fact that he's on a tricycle, and he's decided, like, you know, what the hell, I gotta do it. It's like, you know, it's all he's got, so he just rides off on the tricycle happily, as you can see right here. I think the actor could have written a bit further on the tricycle. It would have been a lot better if we could have got the actor riding the tricycle down the street, but the actor couldn't manage to ride the tricycle any longer, so we had to work with that, although it is pretty good. It also adds to it because the actor is in motorcycle gear, the leather jacket, the leather waistcoat, and everything like that. It really adds to the comical effect when he's on a tricycle. The dust and scratches, I'll just point them out to you now in case you didn't see them when I spoke about it earlier. Oh, forgot you can't highlight stuff. So it's these things here. You can see like a nice scratch there, and all the markings around. It's all to do with the dust and scratches. So it's really cool. And you can see it better when it plays. You can see like some noise in it almost. Again, the dust and scratches, which works really well. The corners have a fast blur on them, as well as the vignettes, which I think adds to the video's nice effect. It also flickers a few times. I don't know if any of you have noticed that, so let's just go back to here. In the actual clips, it does flicker. That was an effect I did in Premiere. What I did was I went to Effects, or just click on the clip and go to Effect Controls, and you'll see a strobe here, which I then edited. Just added a strobe to it and edited the strobe. So it was like little flickers instead of like the strobe lighting you'd see in maybe a nightclub, because obviously that's not the type of strobe I wanted. It was just like small flickers to show that it was an old style film, So I think that worked really well. I actually did get a little bit of help with that effect. I wasn't sure exactly how to do it, so I asked Vinny, who is one of the media technicians here at Stanmore College, for help on that. And so he helped me with that. He was very helpful. So yeah, I guess I've got him to thank for that effect. Yeah, but obviously I now know how to do that. So if I wanted it in any of my future videos, I now know how to do that. And he showed me how to play around with the effect controls. So see if you can see the flickers. Oh, what's happened here? I don't know what happened there, so let's just go back. So like there was a small flicker, you probably can't see it going back frame by frame. Yeah, actually, there. See, it's gone dark a bit, like that. Sorry, just playing around so you can see the flicker there. So yeah, I feel that works really well because it's only a little flicker and it's a short duration, so it's not like anything massive, so it doesn't go like dark for a very long time because that would just completely ruin the effect. So yeah. The video, as I said, is speeded up, as most old style films are sped up, most Charlie Chaplin films, and I feel it added to the effect better to make it sped up. So that was a really easy thing to do. All I did for that was go into speed and duration, and as you can see there, I've typed in 200, so I just simply double it. I'm just going to cancel that because I don't need to change it. And now we're coming to the end, to my credits and my background. So as you can see here, the credits don't come on till about here. So there is quite a bit of downtime, if you were, darkness, black screen in the video. So maybe I could have had the credits come on a bit sooner. I didn't really notice that before. So yeah, I think doing this again, I would definitely review the video thoroughly before exporting it to make sure that there isn't too much downtime in the video. So, yeah, but anyway, the timing is really good. We were told it had to be 16 seconds, and as you can see there, 16 seconds. 16 seconds. Right? Yeah. So, that's really good. I used rolling credits, as you can see. That's fairly easy. All you do is you select the default role and you go into roll/crawl options. I'll show you how to do that. Just look. See, again, a really nice text font showing an old style effect, old style text. The background again is sort of like a vignette. Because I didn't have enough time to put the text into After Effects and create a vignette. So I think that works really well. And yeah, the credits are rolling. And the audio fades out nicely at the end of the credits. The audio is stopped a little bit before the end of the credits. Just so as it has that time to completely stop. So if I go back to the beginning of the credits, so it kind of finishes nicely as soon as the text goes off screen. So yeah, I really like that. I'll just show you how to create a default role. So let's just click off that. All you do is you go to title, which is right here. You go to new title. Oh, my mouse is a bit stuck. There we go. Default role. So I can call this what I want. So I recommend naming it with what you want. So if it's your credits, name it credits, just so as you know what all your texts are. Just an idea. So let's say it's credits. So I just put in credits, press OK or enter on your keyboard. So obviously, don't worry about the background it shows. That's just because of this bar on the timeline. That's where it's placed. It won't actually make your text appear there unless you drag it there. So the text will just be a black background generally, unless you put it on your footage, which I'm not going to do. So let's just type in some random stuff. So credits. Oh, I can't spell there. Here we go, credits. So we can also center that just for a nice effect. So that's the text is centered, but obviously because it's in a text box, we need to go to the move tool and move it more into the center. So obviously it's not perfect, but that'll do. Then you go to the role/scroll options, which are here. You want your title type to be role. For credits, you'll want it to start off screen and end off screen, but obviously depending on where you want it, you can play around with this. But for credits, you generally want it to start and end off screen, so you just press OK. So that'll now roll. Then you can press the cross here, and to find it, you have to go to your project, and here it is. It says credits, so we can just put that in timeline. Let's just add it on. So if I go to the end here, as you can see, there's no audio, obviously, because I haven't stretched the audio to that bit. But that's basically how you do a rolling title, which I think looks a lot better for credits than just a default still. Let's do that. So yeah, that's how I created my Vine. All in all, I really like the Vine. However, if doing it again, as I said, I definitely focus more on the actors' facial expressions and making sure the zoom on the shot is right, so I'm not cutting out any part of the shots. But yeah, I'm really pleased with what I've created. So let's just play it through. We can find the title part. Here we go. So let's just play this through once. Oh, right, yeah. So obviously, to get the audio to fade out, you can do it one of two ways. You can obviously put the audio into Adobe Audition and play around with the fade out curve, which will give you a more advanced fade. But if you just want a normal fade and you're not too bothered about how your fade is, you can just do that in Premiere by selecting your audio, which is here. Then you go to effects and you want audio transitions, you want crossfade, and it can be any of these two, constant gain or a constant power, and you just simply drag it on to your thing there. Also, I'm not going to because I've already got one, but as you can see, just drag it there, and when it gives you that sign to drop it, so like that, you just let go of your mouse and drop it, and you then have a faded audio clip, which is really good for ending, really. As for the beginning, maybe it could have faded in. I could have added a fade in. I don't know whether I should have, but I didn't. So maybe next time I'll play around with the audio a bit more, add a fade at the beginning to see if that works better, or if it doesn't, because I could have had a fade in. So yeah, I feel I really like the video.